I'm gonna go with you right here in the middle. What's your name?
Will.
Will. Where you from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. And what's your? A lot of Baltimore fans. Nice. Love that. And what's your question, baby?
What's your strangest Midwest experience?
Oh, that's a good question. So I used to live in the Midwest for a very short time. I lived in St. Paul, South St. Paul. Yeah. I lived there for I used to work at a children's theater. My whole life used to be children's theater, which is so funny because now I'm like, don't not bring your fucking kids around here. I used to be I used to thought my whole life was going to be, I thought I was going to be kind of like a director of a children's theater or some sort of a creative director of a children's theater company. That did not happen. I mean, drag is children's theater for adults, right? I'm like, sparkle, sparkle. Everyone say liberation. Right, can you all say liberation? Your question was? What was your question? Oh, my wildest Midwest interaction. Yes. Okay, I remember this. So I lived here when I might have been 19 years old when I lived here. So very recently, Emily. Emily was like, damn. The 80s? No. I moved here when I was 19 years old because I remember I couldn't drink. I was not allowed to drink here, but obviously I was getting fucked up because I don't drink anymore. But back then, baby, if you saw a 6'2", 112-pound drunk nightmare on the streets of Minneapolis, it was me. I promise you. A big, tall Jack Skellington looking motherfucker like this is all over you. Ooh, so I had a lot of fun, and I traveled around. So a lot of the stuff I did in the Midwest was centered around children's theater, and we drove everywhere. We drove all over the place. And I worked when I went in Montana. That's not the Midwest. No. But South St. Paul is prime Midwest, and I also people from the Midwest. I have this thing where I need to stop. Let me just say that. But if you have an accent, I will take it on. I hate it. I hate this about myself. I'm not proud. I am not proud. But if you say certain things with an accent, I'm going to say it back to you at some point. I'm going to chuckle when you say epilepsy or when you say, my best friend has a slight Caribbean accent, and I can't, when she doesn't say here. No, she doesn't say hair. She says here. Or no. Air. Instead of earrings, she says earrings. She's like, yeah, girl, the earrings. I go, earrings. And I keep repeating. So I had this roommate named Carly who was from Fargo, North Dakota. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, for sure. And of course, my name is Caldwell. So every time, and we lived in that same house. For crying out loud. And I would go downstairs. Is this the one you have? Do you talk like this a little? Say something for me here. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And one day I didn't realize I was talking to her for 30 minutes. 30 minutes into it, she goes, you need to leave my home. You need to leave my home. So there's two stories. One of the most Midwestern thing ever happened. I was driving through, I think, some town, it's like Sioux Falls maybe. I'm from Georgia. I tell you that I think I saw snow one time growing up. And it was the snow that when you step on it, it completely disappears. We were outside bitch, it is we're in the North Pole. This is crazy. We're making our own snow angels and it's green underneath the angels, okay? We were blown away. It was so wild in Atlanta to have snow. The entire airport, when I say a trickle of snow, and the airport shut down for 1 month. It was wild. So we were driving down the street in the snow, which always terrified me because I don't know if banks still have it, but banks always have the time and the temperature. The time and the temperature. So the first time I saw it in the negative, I was like, this is wild. I was in Fargo, North Dakota, and it was negative 20 degrees. It was insane. And I had never seen it below 30 degrees. So I was like, this is bananas. Me and my partner, her name was, I probably shouldn't say her name, which is fine. Her name was Shannon Ishizaki. It's probably still her name. So me and Shannon were Oh, quick story about Shannon. She worked with me with a company that would like teach kids how not to get bullied. One day we were at school. We would say, "So what are some things you all might get bullied for?" One kid's like, "Maybe because you're fat." And then I go, "Yeah, people do bully you because you're bigger." What do you get bullied for? Someone goes, "Maybe because you have bad teeth." I go, "Yeah, people can make fun of your teeth." And this one little kid raised her hand and said, "Maybe they will pick on you because you have an accent." And then she goes, "I'm sorry, you have an accent. I couldn't understand what you said. What was that?" And she wasn't trying to be shady. She's like, "Sorry, you have to think like this is a weird accent. That's like hard to understand because of how fucked up your accent is. So can you say that again?" I love you, Shannon. Shannon, if you're watching this, I love you so much. Maybe I'll bleep out her last name. So that me and Shannon were driving down the street on the highway actually, and with the snow was falling, and it got to a point where the road becomes the embankment, and it's just one big thing. And I remember saying, I said, "Where are the lines?" And then next thing you know, the car was like, whoo. So the car is like, we are in the car. I mean, when I say, it felt like we must have been turning 97 times. It was probably like, we probably just like turned to the side, like parallel parks. But in my mind, we were like a fucking fidget spinner, just. And we're going through it, and I can't. And also because the car is kicking up snow everywhere. All you can see is all the fucking snow around you. And then I'm screaming, Shannon is screaming, making fun of my accent. We're just screaming at each other. And then we go into the embankment. We almost go up into oncoming traffic. But then the car like kind of stopped because it does dip up, and then it kind of like lands back. And we were like freaking out. And we had to wait like hours for the tow truck to come because of the fucking snow, and all the cars kept spinning out. So that was one of my most like Midwest moments I've ever had. But my favorite moment I've ever had in the Midwest. How many of you are familiar with the Minneapolis gay scene? Okay, they have a bar there called Stag. No, not Stag. The Saloon. It's called Saloon. The Saloon has these like dirty you'll get in the shower. Oh, cause y'all are really close to Chicago. Y'all are way closer to Chicago here, yeah. You get in the shower and you shower. You literally just shower, and then people tip you while you're in the shower. And anyone can get in the shower. You can just come. You don't have to work there. You can just come, get in the shower. If you're looking to make friends, Gus, you come. And if you're looking for something for your 25th birthday, you come, you get in the shower, and then people tip you through this little slot. So. I used to do all the drag race tours. We did this like the season 8 tour. And how many of you all know Naomi Smalls? Okay. So we would all do this. There's something I call the trade parade. The trade parade is at the end of the show. You just pick up some guys you're gonna fuck. They kind of just line up, and we're like, I'll take that one, a side of that one, and a little bit of that one. You know what I mean? And they're happy, and we're happy. It's a very symbiotic relationship. Okay. But then in the morning, on the way out, because we had to be at the bus at the same time, everyone's like fuck buddies are all coming downstairs at the same time. So you know who's who. Like, I know that's Naomi's, I know that's Acid Betty's, I know that's like fucking so on. You know who's who because everyone has their flavor of the week. You know what I mean? They're going for. But one time we were at the Saloon, and there was this like little twink outside of the photo booth. And he was just like crying. Sobbing as the bar's closed. They're like, last call. They're trying to get everyone out of the bar, and he's just like openly sobbing. And I was walking, and I was like, what is going on? I'm trying to find some trade. You're really harshing my butts here. You're really scaring him away, buddy. All right. So and I said, are you okay? And he looked at me and he goes, no. And I said, what's the matter? And he goes, they're fucking in there. And I said, what's happening? And he goes, they're fucking in the booth. And Naomi Smalls had stolen his boyfriend. But he was there, like in front of him. And the guy was just in the booth. next to the booth, they were making out. They were not fucking, by the way. They were just making out in the booth, and he's just crying while his boyfriend makes out with them. And then we went to the hotel, and then everyone's going down for the. We're all saying about our little trade or whatever. And this guy, there's this girl sitting downstairs, this like cis straight girl, and she's just like, I'm just waiting for my friend. So her friend was upstairs having sex with one of the queens. I don't know who it was, but she's just sitting like in the lobby. Very simple. This is the kind of girlfriend you want. This is the kind of friend you need. She was just sitting there. She was like, I'm just waiting for my friend to get out, honey. And then when she came downstairs, I just remember her walking to me. She goes, do you want some brownie brittle? And she had a bag of, I would never forget this girl offered me a bag of brownie brittle while her friend was sucking one of my friend's dicks upstairs. And that's on customer service. That's the Midwest way, honey. Well, I made a casserole for you. You boys have fun.